Welcome to the Hat. And this is the year in review 2013, and we're going to be joined by Sydney from Sydney. Without further ado, Sydney, are you there?
Hi bellboy, it's your mate Sydney here, coming to you live from Sydney. I hope you've had a good Christmas period and a happy new year. Now today, I was more than willing to come on the show for the end of 2013 review. So, what questions have you got for me then, bellboy? Because I'd like to give my valid points.
Because I know you'd like to give your valid points as well as my valid points. Together, those valid points add up to quite a lot of valid points. First question to you, Sydney, is what was the highlight of 2013 for you?
Well, there was many highlights for me. I managed to go to WrestleMania 29, which was awesome, and I thought the match of the year for me was probably, well, it was one guy that was in both of the candidates for match of the year, CM Punk, best in the world, and he put on the best in the world matches. Now I thought either The Undertaker versus CM Punk in WrestleMania 29 was one of the best candidates for best match of the year, and the other one I thought was the Beast Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. I also enjoyed the John Cena Daniel Bryan match. He's been one of my favourites of this year, Daniel Bryan, because he hasn't managed. He managed to get the title for a little while, but hasn't. Keeps getting screwed over by the Authority. Now, I like the Authority. They're kind of like the corporation. But yeah, many great things have happened. A couple of good stables. The Shield, they've been dominating once again this year. And also, the Wyatts. Now, at the end, New Year's Eve episode, where they took Daniel Bryan, now that could be quite interesting. What do you think, Bellboy?
Yeah, well, those are quite a few highlights, and I have to agree with pretty much all of them that they were the best parts of the year. My personal favourite, I'd have to say, would have been when Triple H turned heel, because as much as I wanted to see him turn face a few years ago, because I was really sick of him being a heel, I wanted him to turn heel, because I was sick of him being a face. So, yeah, I think Triple H turning heel was my, starting this new Corporation Authority stable was my highlight of the year. Okay, what do you think was the biggest surprise of 2013?
Biggest surprise for me, and a lot of people could see it coming, but I like the way Triple H turned on Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam, and Randy Orton cashed in for the Money in the Bank contract.
Yeah, I have to say that was probably the biggest surprise, I have to admit. Up there as well, I'd say Mark Henry turning heel on, well, staying heel, I should say, with that fake retirement speech on Cena. That was a big surprise. And also Ziggler cashing in the Money in the Bank the night after WrestleMania 29, which wasn't necessarily a surprise, but it was a damn good pop. Yeah, so who would you say is the best diva of 2013, Sid?
I'm thinking maybe I like Caitlyn, but she wasn't in it for a lot after WrestleMania 29, so I'd have to say AJ has probably done the most for the company. I hear CM Punk's going out with her, so I think he's a lucky man. A bit crazy though, so it's she'd be high maintenance, I'm sure, wouldn't you think, Bellboy?
Yeah, I'd have to definitely agree there. AJ all the way for me, above any other diva. I think she's the best diva we've had in quite a long time. And yes, CM Punk has not done badly for himself there. I don't think myself that Austin will be at WrestleMania 30, definitely not in a wrestling capacity. I
don't think he will, but Batista's already been confirmed. I don't know if The Rock will make it. I'd love Austin to make it, but Sorry, that was Big Daddy Cool Diesel just driving past.
Unbelievable! I did not know that Big Daddy Cool was in Sydney, basically. But I did meet him a few weeks ago, so yeah, he gets around here, does Big D. But fair play. Yeah, I can hear the diesel truck from here.
I don't think he'll make WrestleMania 30 either, but it's going to be a massive one, and I hear that Hulk Hogan might be getting off the Zimmer frame one more time to join us at WrestleMania 30.
Hogan, like you said, you know, if he can put the Zimmer to one side, we could be seeing him in some sort of action. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, though. And Sting, well, it's still up in the air. So all those sort of situations. But the good thing about it is basically it's very unpredictable. I think last year was very predictable, WrestleMania card. This year is completely the opposite. It's completely unpredictable. So I suppose we've got to be positive about that.
New Orleans is going to be awesome, off the chain, and I'm glad that me and you are going to both be there. Maybe we'll do some more signings there. What do you think, Bellboy?
Signings, they went down so well at WrestleMania 25. Why not indeed? You know, it did take up a lot of our time though, because there was an awful lot of people there. I mean, we were signing for maybe 2-3 hours non-stop. And I know Under the Hat maybe not as regular as it was back then, but you know, I'm sure people would probably be still up for coming to see Under the Hat for old-time state nostalgia purposes. You know, because yeah, I would certainly be up for doing the signing. It's the nostalgia of the whole thing, and WrestleMania 30 is what we said we were going to do at WrestleMania 21, and we're doing it. Bellboy and Sydney will be at WrestleMania 30, and it's, you know, look at the smile on my face. Yeah. Yeah, well, dream match.
Either Taker versus John Cena, but if that doesn't happen, I'm looking forward to Taker versus Sting. If that doesn't happen, Taker versus Lesnar. But Taker, I'm looking forward to his match the most, and I'm sure you're looking forward to it too.
Talking about realistical dream match, I think, yeah, I'd say probably Undertaker Sting would be my choice. Cena, Undertaker would be obviously up there as well, because I think that's the only one that he, you know, I think that if Undertaker was going to retire at WrestleMania 30, I'd want him to fight Cena. He's the superhero Hogan of the era. So yeah, but I think they're going with Lesnar and Taker, which, you know, is going to be great. But I don't know if Taker can take a sort of Lesnar style match, but you know, maybe he can. But yeah, I'd have to say, dream match wise, I'd say I'd like to see involving Undertaker as well. You know, WrestleMania is all about Taker basically now, so that's why I want to get VIP tickets, Sid. VIP Undertaker.
Well, we'll leave it there anyway, Bellboy. But Happy New Year again, and it's been a great year for the WWE. Had its downs, but it's had also a lot of ups. I don't want to see any more twice in a lifetimes like Rock and John Cena did again at Mania. Brock Lesnar and Triple H had a twice in a lifetime after SummerSlam. But so no rematches this year. But apart from that, it was a good year in all. I'd like to hear what your valid points are anyway, Bellboy. So I'll leave it with you.
Well, yeah, definitely no more twice in a lifetimes. That was ridiculous last time, and that was you know, probably a bit of a shame that they did that, because it made it so predictable with the twice in a lifetime Lesnar Triple H match. I mean, the only thing that wasn't twice in a lifetime was in the main event matches was CM Punk and Undertaker, and you kind of know Taker's going to win anyway. So it was really it was really how they were going to win last year rather than who, because it was kind of obvious. But this year, totally different. We don't even know who, how, or why, or if, or but, or any other word that you can think of to describe the build for this WrestleMania. It's looking promising, and it's definitely looking better than last year. I'm definitely excited about it. It's been a long time coming since Bellboy and Sydney were together at WrestleMania, doing signings, I might add. So the 30 best personalities of WrestleMania will be the next episode, and that should be coming up within sort of like a month or so. And then we'll obviously have our preview show hyping WrestleMania 30 with the rundown of the card. That's probably going to be a week or so before the actual event. So within the next month or so, you'll be definitely getting the 30 best personalities of WrestleMania to celebrate 30 years of WrestleMania. And yeah, Sid, I hope all things are going well in Sydney. And until next time,
what goes on under the hat
stays under the hat.